All right, everybody. So I am in my friend's 1991 Mazda Miata, and we're gonna go ahead and replace the shifting stuff. Cause look at that. That's in supposedly neutral. There's in first gear, but flippy floppy flew, and the boot, as you can see, is nice and torn up. That is already on its way. It might not make it in this video, but we'll throw it in there whenever it does. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, this plate, and take these bolts out and everything to get down to the bottom part. We've got replacement parts all right here with a new boot and all the other pieces that go inside the shifter. So we'll be doing that and be back in a second. Okay, so this is definitely not what you want to see when you pull this apart. Let's see, we got one bolt, two bolts, no bolt, and worst case scenario that's snapped off, which will require drilling and hopefully one of my reverse outs I can actually get that out if it's broken off. Let's hope it's not. Let's hope it's just a bunch of goop in there. All right, check in a second. All right, so we got the screws out. Let's take a look real quick. Just pull that up. First off, I see there's no cup. Let's see. And there's no actual plastic guide piece in there. Let's see. Oh, that would be why. It's nice and snapped off and missing, most likely. Down in there somewhere. Yikes. Oh, and yeah, no, that's not goop. That's a broken stud. Broken bolt. Should it look like that? Yeah, it looks like that. Great. Let's see what we can do with that. Alright, so looking down in here, another thing that I noticed was that this thing is completely bone dry. Nothing in it at all. So I'm going to go ahead. I've put a PB Blaster down on here to try to get it to soak for a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a straight punch, but I'm not actually going to go to the center of this because it's not going to work. I'm actually going to go to one of the corners and I'm going to knock a punch into it, and then I'm going to take a drill bit and I'm going to drill a little hole in it, because what I'm actually going to do is use physics. So I'm going to put that little hole to kind of give me like a pilot hole, and then I'm going to start working it around in a circle, like knocking it and hammering it all the way around. See if it works. We'll find out. So what I said about the extractor, go ahead and scratch that, because I actually found a bit. Damn, it's hard to position under here. Found a bit after I drilled a little bit, and as I was drilling with the actual drill bits to kind of open the hole up a little bit more, it forced it down. So I was like, okay. So I think I got the hole wide enough, and then I went ahead and stuck this extractor bit down in there. And the cool thing about this is it doesn't look like a drill bit. It actually looks like a star at the tip. So it's like a 5-pointed star that's in a reverse. So when you put it in reverse, it grips the other way. And I actually was able to get it to come out very, very slowly. So score 1 for the good guys. So now that I got that out of the hole there, I'm going to go ahead and fill up the fluid in here. It's like I know that there's an actual measured amount. Being that there is absolutely no fluid in here, I figured any fluid is better than no fluid. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it up. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to see. There's like a little cup in here, like right there where my finger's at. If you fill it up to about, roughly estimate if you can, because there's fluid that goes back behind, I would fill it up to about the, I kind of want to say the top of this little cup area, or close to it. We'll see once I start adding fluid to it. And so now that I got this new piece in and the new cup, I went ahead and stuck the other plastic piece down in there with the little wavy washer underneath it. Now I need to put this cup up on top of the ball here. Just remember that with that, the cup end needs to go where the ball is at, not the flat piece. So when you slide that in over the top here, you set it down in there, and then you can use some gear oil and lube up the top of this right here to slide the turret cover back on right there, and then we should be ready to bolt everything back up. All right, now we are all good to go. Just remember, this little plastic piece, that little groove right there, needs to line up with it. Just like so, because you're gonna slide that down where that pin is that's sticking out right there. So now that we got all of our fluid in there, let's see if we can do this. I've got the world's worst glare on my screen right now, so bear with me. I should be able to just set it right in there. All right, I'm gonna have to use both hands here. All right, so we're on here, and I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these bolts down. And keep in mind, guys, this is all aluminum down here. This is what happened and why I had to pull that out, because somebody went He-Man tight on these things. I mean, really, you don't have to do more than, hold on one second. Okay, so really on here, just like get it snugged up. Like what I always do is just kind of walk it around. You should be able to pretty much finger tight these. Get over to this one. Let's see. Like, okay, so it's now getting snug. Like, I've got three fingers. And I can't go any tighter than that. That is it. Done. Yep, done. That's all you got to do. And now let's look and see the results of our labors here. Try to get blocks of this Dig'em light nice and tight. Let's get it in first gear. Nice and tight. Not all flippy floppy like it was. Alright, so that should work. Thanks, guys.